Hello, this is Socialist Steph back with my Ultimate Iron account. I'm just making sure I have everything set up for the stream. I had the scariest thing happen this morning. I accidentally knocked the lens out of my glasses, and I was just mortified. I managed to stick it back in, and it seems to be secure now. But I just got these glasses in December, so I am just praying right now that I don't need to shell out another few $100s for replacements. Anyways, tasks today, to-do list. I want to finish Rune Mysteries. I would like to do a little bit of skilling. Oh, and I got a tip that my audio was not very easy to hear on the recording that I posted on YouTube. So I think it should be. I ran some tests. I did some adjustments, and it should be good now. There is the issue of the white noise, the sort of staticky element that I think I detected, but I'm doing my best. I thought about streaming more often. For example, I'm doing Wednesday mornings right now. About 8 to 8:30 Pacific time is when I hope to start all the streams. But I was thinking of adding Saturday as well as another set scheduled day. I don't know if I want to do RuneScape, old school RuneScape, for if I am to do Saturday streams. But I might make it like a wildcard day where I play different games just based on whatever my mood is. I was thinking Stardew Valley, but I don't know. Do I want to restrict myself? I could just do RuneScape 2 days a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Anyways, Rune Mysteries. Then skilling. Do I want to do more fishing? I'm one level away from anchovies, which, but I'm not sure fishing is too helpful early game on an ultimate. I can't bank the food. I can't. Yeah, I have to use it right away on combat if I want to get full utility out of it. So, somewhat unsure about where I want to go today. I mentioned Waterfall Quest last time as being a goal, but I would like to get up my combat level a little bit before I tackle that, even though it's kind of easy to do, even basically at level 3. I'm going to have to figure out how to do rune crafting efficiently as an ultimate, because I don't really know. And as far as I know about rune crafting, I would have to mine rune essence, get all the way over to an altar, or whatever they're called, places where you craft runes, and that would just be remarkably time consuming, and so I'm going to have to figure that out. The package from Cerador at the Wizard's Tower, from Cerador, but surely he can't have. Please let me have it. It must be extremely important for him to have sent a stranger. You hand the package to Aubrey. Now let's have a look. Aubrey goes through the package of research notes. This is incredible. My gratitude to you, adventurer, for bringing me these research notes. Thanks to you, I think we finally have it. You mean the incantation? Well, when we combine my own research with this latest discovery, I think we might just... No, I'm getting ahead of myself. The signs are promising, but let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Here, take these notes back to Cedrador. They should hopefully give him everything he needs. Aubrey hands you some research notes. Okay. Back and forth. I'm not sure I mentioned in my last episode, but I'm starting university in September. I was accepted. I'm majoring in English, and I hope to pick up a minor in philosophy. I would do a major in philosophy, but it's only offered as a minor in the university I was admitted to. So that's kind of where I have to go if I want to pick up any philosophy. It's as a minor, but this is pertinent, this is relevant because I also will be receiving a grant of a decent amount of money to use towards textbooks, computers. Let's actually go where we need to. Textbooks, computers, and miscellaneous supplies for the coursework. So, with that said, I might be able to put that money toward a new computer and drastically improve the quality of these streams and recordings. I don't know if I want to spend $2,000-3,000 on a PC, even though I reasonably can, but it is a possibility that I will do that. I'm still undecided. But yeah, university, that's exciting. It has been a dream of mine for a long time. I don't know that I'm going to enjoy it, but I do like a challenge. And I avid reader. I like literature, literary scholarship, analysis. So it could be a good experience. Yeah, exciting. Oh, I must have dropped that air talisman. Or did Cedrador take it? Who knows? But those are somewhat difficult to come across. Not that I was going to do rune crafting right away anyway, but after rune crafting, do I want to do fishing like I said? That would be relaxing. Yeah, I'll do some fishing, I think. It's not like I have anything else to do except the entire contents of the game at this point. Oh, someone down here. Ah, me. How goes your quest? Have you delivered my research to Aubrey yet? Yes, I have. He gave me some notes to give to you. Wonderful. Let's have a look then. You hand the notes to Cedrador. Alright, let's see what Aubrey has for us. Yes, this is it. The Lost Incantation. So you'll be able to access that essence mine now? That's right. Because of you, our order has finally a proper source of rune essence again. Thank you, friend. If you ever want to access the essence mine yourself, just let me know. It's the least I can do. I will also share the incantation with others, including Aubrey. When I do, I'll let them know that you are to be given unlimited access to the mine. Oh, and you can have this air talisman back as well. Ah, that's what happened to it. I have no further need of it, and I'm sure you will find it useful. In case you didn't know, the talisman can be used to craft air runes. Just take it to the air altar south of Valador along with some rune essence. Don't worry if you can't find the altar, the talisman can guide you there. You may find talismans for other altars as well. While adventuring, they'll let you craft other types of runes. Great, thanks. My pleasure. Okay. I guess I could sell the air talisman. I should do the Stronghold of Security for some quick money, but I don't know if I want to do that on stream because, you know, setting up two-factor authentication and security questions and all of that, it would obviously not be very Stronghold of Security-ish. Wintertot would be nice, but I cannot do it, I don't think, with all this severe lag that all of us suffers. So, light skilling, fishing, woodcutting, stuff like that. It might be a nice relaxing stream today, actually. What else do I have for quests free to play? Demon Slayer. Ernest the Chicken. Imp Catcher. Imp Catcher's gonna suck. Romeo and Juliet. I mentioned Doric's quest last time as potentially a good one, and it would be. Some mining experience. I could do, what is it? The Knight's Sword, and get all that smithing experience, all those levels there. Account management. Oh gosh. Name changer. Next free change, 16 plus days. Okay, I can't change it now. I'm gonna have to wait. I didn't know they charged for name changes. Next free one? Aw, that's scummy. I know you can't have people changing their names all the time, but charging people? It is Jagex, of course, but I wish I didn't rush my name creation. I really want to change it. Sardines. Oh, I thought 5 was anchovies. Oh no, anchovies are level 15. Okay, well I can catch Kurum Wanji, which, whatever that is. I am going to try to get these streams and keep them between 3 and 4 hours. Like I mentioned last time, I don't want to overload my viewership, which isn't really there yet. I have, and thank you to them both, I got a couple subscribers on YouTube over the week, but I don't want to overload people with content. I want to make stuff for people who have a couple of hours over the weekend to watch a video or fall asleep to. And with especially looking for a job right now and starting university in September, I don't want to overload myself and burn myself out with having to stream every day, or I don't want it to be too much for me. I don't know if anyone is into anime, I am becoming quite a bit of a weeaboo myself. With my girlfriend, my partner, we finished watching the entirety of Inuyasha a little bit ago, and that was a nice experience. It was good to bond over, and I enjoyed the story very much. We are watching Ranma 1/2, or I don't know, 1/2, how would you say that, but it's by the same author as Inuyasha, and it's a bit of an action comedy, and it's nice as well. I'm really enjoying it. We're also watching Cowboy Bebop, but I keep falling asleep to it, even though I enjoy it a lot. Quite a famous story, anime, manga, for, of course, anyone who knows about the genre, but it's good too. I want to watch Steins Gate, but I don't really know anything about it. I just know that I like the animation and, you know, the images that I've seen from it. That main character with her sort of red or cardinal red hair and her sort of business casual attire, I really like. I like her look, and I want to try to emulate it, actually. That's how I want to dress, just as some sort of, I don't know, business casual person. I don't like to, I try to dress mature now, as I am getting older, and I can't be looking like a teenager anymore. I'm sort of still developing my style, but I know I'm wearing yoga pants right now, but still, I don't want to take all my inspiration in how I start to dress myself from anime. Of course, I can't be that much of a weeb, but I've looked, you know, I got as far as looking up Kikyo. Kikyo is an Inuyasha character, kimonos on like Amazon and Etsy, and window shopping those, and I can't be seen in that stuff. That's just culturally appropriating the historical, traditional Japanese wear. I cannot, as a social justice warrior, I'm not really a social justice warrior, but as a progressive person, I cannot reasonably bring myself to do that. I'd also just look out of place. Even though I love the sort of elegant look. Kikyo, that's Kikyo, if you want to look up what she wears in the anime. I'm not quite as nervous this time as I was during the last stream. I'm feeling good. As far as commentary goes, I'm still working on my communication, obviously. Rambling. I would like to be a good rambler, and I don't think I'm a good rambler yet. I would like to, I don't know if anyone knows Northern Lion. He's Vancouverite, actually. I'm from Vancouver area, Metro Vancouver. I don't live there right now, but so he's sort of local to me and someone I look up to. I would like to have his ability to just, you know, endlessly go on about different things that have happened to him that are interesting. All his knowledge. I think he has a degree in biology, so he's quite And he's just a smart guy. He's interesting. I would like to be sort of like him in just with all the anecdotes and stuff. But I'm going to have to hone my craft. And I have to get away from saying a lot, because that's not, you gotta be sure. I've heard psychologically, actually, if you want to be taken seriously, or if you want to look like you know what you're talking about, you should remove the pauses, or I forget what they're called, but the ums and the ers and the uhs. You should remove those from your vocabulary, because you don't sound sure of yourself when you use that sort of punctuation. But for me, when I'm talking to someone, I don't want to come off as super assertive and like some sort of authority. I don't know. I guess if I were working in an office, or if I were, some sort of manager of people, if I had underlings, I would probably take up that advice and try my best not to and What am I doing? Is there a general store around here? If I had to come off as sure of myself, then yeah, I'd probably stop saying but just in regular conversation, and I want to take it out of my commentary, but if I'm talking to a friend, then I don't know. General store. No, I'll just drop the shrimp. Or eat some of it. I wonder what's faster, dropping it all or eating it all. If I guess I do have a couple of people who are watching my videos now, like I mentioned, so I might ask if people could tell me, would 2 streams a week be too much for you to keep up with? Would that be okay? If you really care about watching absolutely everything, I would like to know, because like I said, I'm thinking about streaming on Saturdays too. So I don't know, 6 to 8 hours a week of RuneScape. That's actually quite a bit to consume. So I don't know. And like I mentioned, I might do something like Stardew Valley on Saturdays instead of RuneScape, so I can have 2 series sort of going. Over the course of the week, I really felt the itch and the urge to start up Old School, this account, and stream, but I restrained myself, because I am a woman of my word. I stick to my promises. I said streams will be on Wednesday, and that's what I did. But yeah, I might adjust. I've mentioned I'm a reader. I have actually, I don't want to start some huge religious argument in my little community, but I've been reading the Bible. I'm on the book of Daniel in the Old Testament, of course, right now. So I'm nearly finished the Old Testament, and I'm going to start the new one after a little break between reading, probably. But I just wanted to mention that the prose, the style of it, is gorgeous. I love how big and grand all the wording is, and sometimes I put on like a sort of epic orchestral music as I'm reading, and it's great. But I want to do, once I'm finished with the Bible, I think I'm going to do something a little lighter, more in the line of genre fiction. I read the first book of the Dune series, and that's, it's sort of literary, but it's also not James Joyce or Herman Melville or Virginia Woolf. So something I might pick up the second book in the Dune series and read through that as sort of a break from my classics, sort of a break from the more serious. Do I want to spend all my time fishing today? I might get to level 10. That would probably take maybe 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes. That's not too much time. It is a game of grinding, and as much as I want, again, to have a diversity of content, it's RuneScape. You're going to spend hours doing one thing if you want to develop an account. Fishing is one of my favorite activities in the game, actually. Just fishing and banking and cooking ad infinitum, but I can't bank, so I don't know. Oh, and the static sound which I brought up, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I said I might look into this last time, but I might look into getting some royalty-free music that I can just overlay on the stream to sort of distract from that. I could also look for like small artists and offer them a few dollars to let me play their music. It's just, I would want to have a lot of different songs to cycle through, so it's not getting repetitive, and so I don't tire everyone out with different, or not a lot of different songs. Yeah, I'll get to fishing 10, and then I'll maybe do some woodcutting and fletching. Fletching is good. Fletching is really good. Oh. No, he screwed off. You feel weakened. I also train combat a bit, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. Suki fish. And something else. Boy, there's so much stuff I just don't know about. I'm not sure how much of that is new, how much of that is old, but I haven't had membership too often in my RuneScaping history, so I'm going to miss out on a lot of stuff just because I don't know about it. I'm burning fewer shrimp. A pet peeve of mine, and I don't know why I would complain that a skill is easy to train, but a pet peeve of mine, cooking is so much faster than fishing. And I guess, would I like fishing to be faster rather than cooking to be slower? Probably. But it's just, I have 8 fishing and 15 cooking, and that's just, they're so divorced. Granted, I did cook some chickens. I just got pinged on Discord. That might be my partner. It is. Okay, I'm gonna get crushed by that wizard if I keep fishing, so... I'll end it early and go out and do some wood cutting and fletching. Another thing I'm interested in checking out, it's kind of expensive, but of course it's not a subscription. Everyone knows Jagex put out Dragon Wilds, and I hesitate. First of all, I can't play it on my desktop. I can barely play this on my desktop. I have a Steam Deck, which is great. I don't mean to shill, of course I have no stake in Steam, but it's a really, really good item device. I enjoy it a lot, but Dragon Wilds apparently is not great on the Steam Deck. Maybe it will get better. I don't know. Hopefully it will. They'll probably, it's early in development, or, well, it's not early in development, but it's early access. So, I will probably just wait and watch how the game evolves in its early stages. See whether I'll shell out the, what is it, $30-40 Canadian for it. But I would love to check that game out, especially as a co-op thing with some friends. I just worry because Jagex has such a history of putting, releasing games or stuff like that and just not following through, abandoning their obligations or responsibilities or whatever you want to say. And I'm tempted to think that this time will be different. What? I've never seen that before. Oh, I must have clicked on the sign. I'm tempted to think that this time will be different and they'll actually stick to the development and all that, make it into a robust, good, solid game and experience. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath on that. But yes, I've seen the trailers and everything. They have to work out the skill. Apparently you can't even train certain skills right now, and they don't have every skill released yet. They don't have, I don't think they have fletching, for example, hunter, thieving. But it is, I do like Valheim, and apparently it's similar to that. There's an element where you can build your own shelter and everything, and of course dragons are really cool. I said I would like to co-op with some friends. I'm going to turn the audio down a bit. Oh, it's already quite low. That's better. I would like to co-op it with some friends, just because I look at it and I think that's probably the best experience for that type of game. Yeah, it's something I'm watching at least. Five with cutting. Range is so good in RuneScape. Like, it's probably, and it's the one I utilize the least, but I would argue that as far as the combat triangle goes, range is maybe outside of PvP where, range is susceptible to melee. PVMing and for that kind of utility, it's better than combat, it's better than magic. At least historically, that's what I would say. I've been out of practice on RuneScape for a bit. How much can I sell arrow shafts for? Probably nothing at the general store, because this would be way too good money for early game if I got a single coin even for them. Fletching 2. That's the start of a big adventure. Oh, I want to do agility. That's what I was thinking. Agility is really, like, it's basically first order for new accounts. So I could make my way over to the gnome elf. Is it? I think it's the gnome stronghold. Yeah, that's the elves are a bit different than gnomes. And I could, get up to like 20 agility during this stream. I'm an oddball because I actually really enjoy training agility. And I know it's one of the least favorite skills to train, just if you're to do like a general survey of the community. Most people would say, yeah, I really, really hate agility, and I don't enjoy training that at all. But I find it relaxing. It's repetitive, sure, it's time consuming, but there's an element of like predictability to it. You know how toddlers they watch the same movie over and over again, and they somehow they enjoy it. I apparently the psychology about it is that they like being able to predict what happens next. And of course, you watch a movie 5 times a day, you're going to understand, you're going to remember what happens subsequently in the movie. They just like knowing what happens next. There's probably the same sort of thing going on in my adult brain as there is in the toddler brain when I say I like agility, because there is that predictability of it. You're on the same course for several hours. You're predicting every time. You move the cursor right where you need to go for the next step, the next obstacle. You have it all figured out, you're in a rhythm. And I guess maybe that's the best way to describe it. It's a flux. It's a flux state. It's a rhythm. It's, yeah. Oh, Miles, my friend Miles. A spade. That is a spade, friend. What did I get? $1,000? Oh, I got $100 actually. Coins, I should say. That helps. So when I started this last week, I bought a month's subscription because that's what I could afford. It was like $18 Canadian. Ludicrous, of course. And I saw the 12-month subscription price. And if I remember right, it's $108 for 12 months. Which, if you break it down, I'm saying I want to stream for 3 to 4 hours a week, or I'm tentatively considering bumping that up to 6 or 8 hours a week, streaming twice a week. Therefore, if you break it down, 52 weeks in a year, 52 times 3 is 156. So if I get a 12-month subscription, at bare minimum streaming 3 hours a week, that is, and I'll probably obviously get more time in than that, but that's under $1 an hour for my entertainment and my hobby and my content creation, which is honestly not bad. I think, what would that be, 66 cents an hour? If we ran the price from 108 down to 100, and so that's not bad. I'll probably, both to keep my commitments, keep myself committed to my new enterprise here, and just because it's a good deal, I'll probably get, once I have my money come in, I'll probably spend the money and just get a 12-month subscription. I've reached a total level of 100. I think I started at 81 levels today, so that's, I won't say it's good, it's pretty easy to get levels at when your skills are all 1, but I'm proud. One thing I have is an awful memory, and I would like to be able to share my favorite moments of all time and describe them in great detail, my favorite RuneScape moments, but honestly, I don't really remember what I've done in my history of playing the game. I've mostly just, like, screwed around, as far as I know. My hardcore I mentioned, that's actually a group hardcore Ironman, and it was good for a while. It was fun for a while, having people to rely on and be accountable to. But then my friends stopped playing, and I was just sort of left to my own devices. And as far as, I say my memory is poor. I don't know really what I've done the whole time I've played RuneScape. I just remember the feeling, like the idea and sensation of having, comrades and going into the game with people to rely on. I just remember the feeling. I guess one thing I remember, I was like 12, 13 years old, I got into RuneScape, I think, in 2008 in the first place. So I was a post wilderness debacle initiate into the game. So there was, for a time, what the compromise was between Jagex and the player base. They had this little arena somewhere in the wilderness where you could, PvP, and there was a limit. You could make, like, I don't know, 3 grand or 5,000 coins per kill. It was stupid. Like, there was no point. But, you could test your mettle against other players in it, and I did that for a while, and I kept, like, I didn't have a good ability for combat in the first place, and my leveling was not optimal. I had, like, you run into all these pures, people with, 80 strength and 1 defense, and they're skilled, and they crush 12, 13-year-old me. I got muted for yelling at other people, saying a bunch of mean stuff, and I guess I deserved it, but I was livid at how, because I was also sort of under-leveled for the, there were 3 different, based on your combat level, 3 different tiers or sections of arenas you could go into. So I was a little bit under-leveled for my tier. So I don't know, say I'm level 45, I'd get people level 55 attacking me. And I just, like, have you no sense of justice? Because I as far as, like, my principles go, I very much do not like to see the big picking on the small. And I felt like I was the small being picked on by the big. So I don't remember exactly what I said, but I typed out all these messages, and people reported me, and I was muted. That's one memory I have. I said as a joke once that I was fishing on Karanja lobsters, and obviously cooking them as well to get the cooking experience. And I'd burn a few. I'd say, because there was, again, the trade limit, 3 or 5,000. I was like, rare black lobster, selling for 3,000, and it was just a joke. Like, I didn't mean it seriously, but I got reported for scamming, and I was muted, and it upset me because I was just joking. I wasn't actually going to sell the thing for all that coin. But have you no sense of humor, Jagex? And I guess the way I said it did kind of look like I was serious, or they were going to take it seriously when it was reported. But gee, I was not happy. But other than that, I don't think I've ever been muted, or I am a bit of an angel, really. I can now make short bows. Are short bows better experience than, I don't think it matters. Get 15 experience for this, right? 5 experience for that. Okay, let's see how much short bows are. Five, okay. But I can sell short bows at the general store, I believe, or unstrung short bows. Like, after a while, I'll just get nothing for them, but I believe. I can. 9 coins, 0 coins. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I am 1 level from oak trees. I'll get 15, and then I'll go off and do Doric's quest. Or do I need, like, 10 mining for Doric's quest? It's been so long. Clay, I need 1 mining for clay. I need 1 mining for tin and copper. I think. And that's all you need. You use copper, tin, and clay. Doric. And right, it's 10. You get some mining experience from it, but there's no. Okay. I'll just fire making experience the rest of this. I can actually just check the requirements in the quest log for it. As far as the prospect of a new PC goes, I was thinking, because I do not, and I know people are going to tell me, oh, it's easy stuff, just look up a guide and follow step by step. You're a smart girl, you can do it. You can make your own PC. I know it's cheaper in the end for a better result, a better computer, if you're building your own. But I don't trust myself with the technical side, the hardware. I'm pretty good with working with software, all things considered, but I don't trust myself. I'll break something, I'll spend $1,000 on a drive or whatever, and I'll just snap it in half when I'm assembling the PC. But what I could do, I could order the parts, or order the parts through a small electronics computer business, commission them, get their services in assembling it, and that way don't have to worry about messing anything up myself, and I probably get a better result. Order the parts through them, have them assemble it, pick it up, rather than just buying a pre-built. And if I do end up getting a new desktop that way's probably best. That's probably what I will do. Doric's quest. Okay, Valley is quickest way to Falador is this way. For some reason, when I'm going to Falador, I always just go through Barak, and I'm trying to change my mindset there. For some reason, we get into these, I guess our brain just says, okay, this is the way we went the first time to get there, this is the way we'll go all subsequent times. Even when there are better, shorter ways, better paths to take. This is the right Falador, of course. This is the vampire mansion. The spooky, scary, not skeleton, but yeah. I'm also tempted to go back to the wilderness again. If you didn't tune in last time, that's how I got my 20 prayer. Went to the boneyard, took the bones to the altar on the west side of the wilderness, and I got a bunch of prayer levels. I'm tempted to do that again, but I don't know. Is that really how I want to spend my time, risking my 500 gold and everything just for a few lousy prayer levels that I don't even need right now? I don't know. But if I were to unlock overhead, the early overhead prayers, get 43 prayer early on, that would be really, really good. sets me up nicely for all of our... I do want to do Dragon Slayer 1. Sets me up nicely for that. Granted, I'm someone who I bury every single bone. I know a lot of people don't bother. They're like, well, it's 4.5 experience for the small bone, that's nothing. But I found that if you're, you know, depending on what you're slaying or killing, if you bury everything, you're going to find that you have a way better prayer level than if you didn't. I'm definitely an advocate for burying the bones. Oh, shut the door in your face, Doric. Hello, traveler. What brings you to my humble smithy? I think this is the one. I want to use your anvils. My anvils get enough work with my own use. I make pickaxes and it takes a lot of hard work. If you could get me some more materials, then I could let you use them. Before starting this quest... Oh. Well, I'll start it anyway. Yes, I'll get you the materials. Clay is what I use more than anything to make. Oh, 2 iron ore. That's what I need. Okay. I'll be right back. Yeah, I can get 15 mining. That's an activity. I'll go back to Lumbridge, go to the swamp, the southern area, and that's what I'll do. Just because there's a smelter available reasonably close, and I don't have to forego, because I don't waste experience, even when it's not worth it to get that experience. I don't want to drop the copper and tin on the floor. I prefer to smelt it. So I'll set myself up for Doric's quest today. I don't know, will I do Doric's quest? Oh, I don't need these shears. That's what I will drop. Oh. Don't need this knife either, even though it's useful quest items sometimes. This I should have sold. Well, I was... Yeah, I'll drop the knife. Okay, let's see. This is... I forget what it is for. So 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I need 10 and 10. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't mind mining either, even though it's, as far as skills go, it's one that you really have to, you can't AFK it very well. Especially with Motherlode Mine, it's nice. It's enjoyable for me. It's just, smithing is kind of useless. That's the only thing. It's like, it doesn't really serve any purpose as far as, and maybe they've, I know they were going to buff it a bit. Oh yeah, you can make, okay, crystal, that actually looks decent now. Not that I know too much about what crystal is, but Berghaman, Blade of Saildor, I mean, these look pretty cool. I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as it used to be. But, you know, when you needed, like, when 99 smithing only got you, rune plate body. Like, what is the point? I know back in the very early days that used to be kind of good, but, you know, like at wait a second. 1, 2, 10, 3, okay, yeah. My math was right. Should I just drop, yeah, I'll drop the arrow shafts and sell the talisman. That way I can, or maybe I'll keep the arrow shafts, because I can make bronze arrows with, or, well, I can't yet, but eventually, and if I kill more chickens, I'll have more feathers. Bronze. Yeah, I'll sell the talisman and buy a hammer. Oh, there's the anvil. Yes, the rusted anvil on which you can only make bronze items. Thank you to my 2 viewers. You're very special people, by the way. Thank you for watching. Trade. Hammer. What? That was only 1 coin with the talisman? Oh wow. I just got ripped off. Because in the Grand Exchange, I'd get probably, I don't know, 175 maybe? Something like that. Diggers. Economic maces. This is a very satisfying clink. Bronze medhounds and crossbow bolts. Well, I might as well make a medhound for myself. Now this is FashionScape. I guess I could, and what I usually do, I haven't been doing it, but when I'm early game and I'm just hanging around Lumbridge all the time, I usually just stock up on air and mind runes with that tutor every opportunity I get, every 30 minutes. And I end up with like several hundred sort of runes over the course of several hours or days of doing that. Please. There we go. Some magic experience. Oh, I got a 2. And I like what they did with magic. I guess this is kind of an old change at this point, but they made it so that your wind strike is as powerful as fire strike. It increases in max hit relative to your level. I never liked how the spells were individually capped at a certain damage. I never enjoyed that, so I'm glad that they changed it. This is peak content here. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, I meant to say, I believe, I think I'm going to start a Discord file just for the community. I have a name picked out. I'm not going to call it Stephanie's Corner for 2 reasons. One, that sounds really narcissistic, and 2, it sounds a little bit dirty. So I'm going to call it Flowers and Ice Cream Gaming, and that will be the that'll be the name of the hub. If anyone wants to join that, I will once I've made the channel, I will add a link to my Twitch descriptions and put it into the description on my YouTube videos that I post. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do much PVMing until I get a better functioning computer, because I'm having trouble even against level 2 men. I saw on Blue Sky the other day, obviously everyone, oh wow, what does my herbal level need to be to clean it? Level of 48 herblore, so I think I'm just going to sell that. I'll probably get like 5 coins for it at the general store. But that was, I wonder how rare of a drop that is. Grimy Avanto from a level 2 man. Anyway, on Blue Sky I saw, and you've obviously heard of the new sensation, would 100 men be able to beat in a fight 1 silverback gorilla. I think the rules are no weapons, and you can't rush the gorilla all at once. So in that case, no, the answer is no, you could not have 100 men beat a silverback gorilla in my view. But someone did a simulation and they posted it to Blue Sky of 100 level 2 men versus one of the silverbacks, RuneScape silverbacks. I think they're level 162 or something. And the outcome was the gorilla got down to about 1/3 of its total health and eliminated all 100 level 2 men. So there you have it. It was good content, I guess I want to say. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Level 3 magic. Oh, and I got level 2 defense from that. Yes, I put it on block. That's good. If I am streaming for 3-4 hours, I would like to get at least 2 quests done every stream at this point, since I'm doing beginner quests and it's not hard to shear 20 sheep and hand the balls of wool over to the farmer. You know, when you have Dwarf's Quest as your main objective, and Rune Mysteries, and a Knight's Sword, and you're focused on those, you should be able to do quite a few quests in a few hour period. So I do want to keep up the questing. Sorry, someone's knocking on my door. I will be right back. There was no one there, so I was hearing things. I'm hallucinating again. Please pray for me. But yeah, I should be able to do a few quests every stream at this point. If I'm not doing at least 2, I will call it a failure. I don't want to spend all my time skilling. Not yet. Even though I love skilling. And you do need to do skilling to do quests. So, yeah. I said I have a terrible memory. I would like to be able to tell you all what I did this past week. Adventures of Stephanie, all the antics I got up to. I don't have too much, honestly, memory of what I did this week. Made a little bit of money with a side hustle. Read a little. Had some dates with my partner. Anime, Stardew Valley. I'm getting food later today. I got food last Wednesday. I get food once a week. So that'll be nice. Have some eats. I also, I've mentioned looking for work. I'm involved with an agency that helps people get employment, and I went to a workshop with them yesterday that I didn't find particularly too helpful. It was not exactly what I was expecting. I thought it would be on professional networking and stuff like that. It was a little bit more focused on the history of social media rather than the like how to market yourself on LinkedIn, which is what I thought it was. It was more of a broad overview of the history of digital media and social media rather than how to present yourself on a professional social network. So I was somewhat disappointed with that, but I'm still glad I went because it's good to be productive. It's good to show up for things. Yeah. Seven mining, so getting close to 15. What do I need to make bronze arrow tips? Oh, only 5. 5 smithing. I didn't realize opening up that menu still cancels your actions. I thought they changed it. Short swords, bronze nails. That would be helpful for construction. Of course, I can't really do construction right now because, of course, well, I don't have a house, I don't have the money to get a house, and planks are damn expensive. So Oh, there we go. So I can make bronze arrow tips. What do I need to fletch bronze arrows? Oh, 1. Nice. I guess I'm going to focus on range early, since I have lots of items with which to make arrows. This is another satisfying sound. Smithing and mining are both satisfying. Audibly satisfying activities. I had a small breakfast and coffee this morning. I had a fried egg sandwich, and what I did with my coffee, I normally take it black, but I had cream and sugar as a treat. And I don't like to do that, but I do like to do it as well. Speaking about coffee, there's a story I kind of want to tell, but it involves language I don't know if I want to use on stream, because I'm not totally up to date on the terms of service on the platforms I am using. So I don't know. But yeah, I went through the drive-thru yesterday with a friend. She was driving, got coffee, and long story, truncated, whatever that word is. She bought, or they have, it was McDonald's, they have these little causes you can donate to, and she donated to one charitable cause in exchange for a pair of Miss Nugget socks. And as she was getting the coffee from the drive-thru worker, I said something about Miss Nugget that was quite demeaning, basically concerning her appearance as she was depicted on the sock. and my friend burst out laughing. I'm not going to repeat what I said, because that's the language I don't know if I should use, but the drive-through worker, I guess she thought I was talking about her. She apparently, I didn't see, but she shot my friend the most disgusted look. Like, her face, just her entire expression turned. And she, my friend couldn't stop laughing. She found it so funny that she put on the phone a mutual friend of ours and iterated the story. She's telling absolutely everyone what happened. And I won't say I was mortified, because I wasn't embarrassed at all, but I just find it funny. She was, the drive-through worker was, by the way, she was a middle-aged Filipino woman, apparently. And, she looked obviously nothing like I described Miss Nugget as. But my friend jokes that she went home that night yesterday, asked her husband, do I look like what I said Miss Nugget looks like? Like, I got called an X or a Y today. What am I doing wrong? I don't know, it's kind of a you had to be there sort of thing, I guess, but I don't know. I thought it was a funny story. Do I put the... Oh, I put the feather on the arrow shaft first. I don't know why I can't do it the other way around, but okay. Fletching level 6. Bronze brutal arrows. Fletching 8. Okay, now I need to kill more chickens, which I am not going to bother doing, because I am dedicated to Doric. I'm not going to let that noble dwarf down. Not again. Not after what I did to him in the war. Nope. That rat nearly took a chunk out of me. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions on small artists I can reach out to and perhaps offer a little bit of money for rights to stream with their music. Easy listening. You know, I want to get this lo-fi anime girl plays OSRS style kind of thing going. Something that's palatable to most everyone's ears. I don't have anything against metalheads. I'm not too into most metal myself. I love Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, but most metal I can't really get into. Nothing against metalheads, nothing against, 90s era thug rap, but that's not, I listen to rap sometimes. It's not probably conducive to good quality, old school content creation, so. But yeah, I don't mind sending little money to a starving artist. I am something of a starving artist myself. I don't know if I mentioned last stream, but we're nearly done. We're nearly done with the first draft. Obviously, we need to put it through an editing process. But I'm writing a book with my partner Gaia, and yeah, so I can call myself a writer or an artist now. I've always wanted to write a book, but I never sat down and did it until I met my partner, and we keep each other honest, and we inspire each other, and yeah, I never would have been able to get so far into an endeavor like this without her. But yes, I do like supporting small creators and artists and musicians, and it would be nice. I'll just have to assure them that I'm not going to foment hatred using their music. But I could also go maybe the royalty-free route. I don't know if Twitch has a list of songs that they allow people to use. I know there's some sort of algorithm or software that Twitch runs where they detect copyrighted music, and you get there's a strike system as with YouTube. I don't want to get caught by that, so I fear that if I pay money and get some music going, I fear that I'll be hit by that, because the software wouldn't know that I actually paid to use those tunes. So I sort of worry about that, but I need to definitely read up on Twitch and its website and its systems and everything, and get good if I'm going to keep this up, which I will. I am dedicated. I can average 0 viewers per stream, and I will still be at it. I promised myself and other people that I'm going to live my dream and be that YouTube influencer who's no, but this is a hobby, and hopefully a nice little community thing where I can meet some people and converse, and I really want to get a nice group together. But yeah, I cannot be successful at all, and I'll still do this. Arrow tips. Smithing 7. That's lovely. I don't know why I stopped. That does not make sense to me. So now I do not have an even number of slots for the ore that I'm mining. And I'm not going to say OCD, because I do not have OCD as far as I'm aware. And that's not OCD as people who actually suffer it will tell you. But it does peeve me somewhat not to have an even number of slots for the ore I am to collect. It's just not right. And 15 mining takes quite a while, actually, if you really think about it. I've been at this for like 30 minutes, and I could just drop the ore and not bother smithing it, but still. After Doric's quest, that will be 1.5 quests done this stream, which I guess I can settle on. I do, like I said, I want to train agility, and I think that's how I'm going to proceed after Doric's quest. I'll fish up some shrimp and cook them just so I can pass over the ice mountain with all those wolves. Oh. Because the gate into that, well, it's not directly to the gnome stronghold, but the gate left of, or west of whatever of Doric's house, that goes obviously right to Ice Mountain, and you can go, as everyone knows, to the stronghold, and you can get the agility underway. I don't know how long it will take to get 20 agility. I don't have that information in mind, in my head right now, but I imagine it will take a significant amount of time. But I really would like to get 20 agility before I end the stream, at least. I believe once you're at 20, do you unlock the Alcarid course at 20, or is that a little bit higher? I don't know. I know you unlock a second course at 20 agility, and I do think it's Alcarid, but I'm not 100% certain. But I do know once you have unlocked Alcarid, you can start getting the tokens, the little tokens you can exchange for full graceful. But I don't know if I want to, off the bat, dedicate an inventory slot toward holding those tokens. Oh, that's why. Duh, I could have just wielded the bronze arrows and I would have had 10 and 10. I'm just gonna message my partner here. Done. More arrow tips, because that's what I don't know why my I guess it's because I leveled up. Sometimes she just stops doing activities even when there's no discernible reason. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna bother with the runs. I don't want to fight those level 2 men again, because that was painful. One thing I should do is pickpocketing. Or thieving, I guess, is the name of the skill. Pickpocketing, the activity. Good way to earn some money early. Good also to get kickstarted on farming, I think. Get some seeds. That is another thing I'm going to look up. I'm going to have to look up how to do farming on an alternate. $13 mining. That's what, halfway to 15? We're getting there. Dork is waiting on me. Dork's waiting on us. Oh man. I can't let him down again. Hmm. Epic Epoch. That's a nice name. Epoch is not a word you hear very often. He's got a nice getup too. Crafting cape. There's some fashion skate going on. Wonder what he's doing here. Don't worry, we are almost done mining. Almost. Should get 15 in the next trip. No. 9 smithing 2. That's another thing that isn't consistent. It's way easier to level mining than it is to level smithing. Which, if you think about it, that's kind of worse than the cooking fishing thing. Because if your fishing level is lower than your cooking level, you're going to have more fish to get the same level in cooking, so you can cook more. But with mining and smithing, there's not as much incentive to get ore, because your mining level will already be well sufficient by the time you need ore for smithing. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm explaining what I mean well, but what do I need for storage list? 6 clay, 4 copper ore, 2 iron ore. Okay. Oh. Another random. There we go. What did I get? Money? Yes, I got money. That is good at this point in the account. I should level up Titanium mining. I believe I will in this trip. Yeah, basically, definitely I will. If I do, if anyone would be interested, if I do start a Stardew stream to accompany the old school content, I would probably do a restricted run, sort of like as Iron Men and RuneScape are restricted. I might do foraging only, I might do fishing only, I might do mining and combat only, or something to that effect. And I hope, I think it'll probably work at least as poorly as RuneScape does with my desktop. I hope that I could get Stardew to run well enough to stream with. Foraging only could be fun. I have ideas as to how to make that work. One thing I saw someone do, they did a solitary or a hermit run, and they do this thing where they just don't leave their farm at all throughout the entire run. They got to, in year 3, they finally hit 1 million gold earned, and I thought that was extraordinary. I don't know why they would want to punish themselves like that, but I sort of do, being someone who enjoys account restrictions and challenges like that. I don't think I would do such a run on stream, because that's just not good content. But, you know, foraging only, fishing only maybe, I don't know. Or I could just do a general sort of, there we go. Doric, we will be there for you. I could also just do a general, like, common, non-restricted run. Obviously, I wouldn't do any speed running on it, because 1, I'm not good enough at the game, and 2, I can't on this ancient device that I'm playing on. I could also do Binding of Isaac, maybe. Sort of a little roguelite activity. I don't know. bronze battle axes. Why did you stop? I did not get that. Before I leave, thank you. Yeah, agility will be really good to get. Stop running out of energy so quickly. Some residual magic experience. Every little bit helps. I will need to fish up some shrimp for Ice Mountain. Did they increase the rate at which run energy regenerates? I don't know. Feels like it's going up faster than it used to. I'm gonna have to do some reading on everything that has changed in the world of old school. Yes, I got a black cape. I already have my team 43, is it? But I can sell this. Yeah, I prefer my team 43 cape. Wait a second. Have I gone too far? I don't think I have. Yeah, it's this way. Isn't it? Yes, this is the way. Oh, Ugandan knuckles. I am an oddball in another way because I really enjoyed the Ugandan knuckles meme during its heyday. Was that January 2017, I think? Ugandan knuckles. Yeah, I thought that was good. I was a fan. I'm sorry to say. it's not just, you know, the sonic aspect of it. That's probably a very small part of it. It's just, you know, the way. I don't know why it got me, but that was one of the, and it had such a short, you know, sort of lifespan, even for a meme. I think it was not super long-standing. It was just a spark in the pan. It was there, and it was done to death, and then it was no more. I don't know why I think of it so often. It's one of those things that just comes to mind for me often. I got 2 gold for that black cape. Went for nearly 400 in the GE. These shots rip you off, man. Okay, the mines. I have to get the mines before I go to Thor. Why didn't I just go to Falador? Mines in Falador. Whatever, I'll go up here. Come on. I need to use these runes up. If I don't, I'm wasting experience. I forget what quest Willow concerns. I like her design though. Blue is a good color. She has a little hood or turtleneck going on. Oh, I can hit freeze with strike now. Still have 3 wins, 3 casts left. There we go. Okay, clay, iron, and copper. Over here is copper, there's iron, and clay has been mined. Oh, that's 10. Clay is somewhere in here. I think it's over here, over there, everywhere, anywhere. Yeah, there's clay. Okay. Copper. This iron's gonna take forever. 4, 5, 6. That is exactly what I need, guys. Is yeah, I really think they increased the run regeneration even at 1 agility. It does feel like it's going up way faster than it used to, which is a good thing. Of course, it does detract from the pride and accomplishment one gets through a high agility level. No, this way. Hello, Doric. There we go. $18 mining. Almost at level 100, total level 150. So now I need to get some shrimp. Yeah, I'm not too confident. I don't think there are any fishing spots in here. Let's check the map. Yeah, no fishing spots there. No, let's fly fishing over in Bard Village. Should I go all the way back to Draenor? I will. Just to make sure I don't die. Well, traversing Ice Mountain. I am looking forward to having food later today. To repeat myself. Might pick up some diet soda as well. Just because I don't look after my health, and I pride myself on that. The only thing is, I'm a big believer in the microbiome, in gut flora and its health and its, the gut to brain axis and all of that. And studies have been done, they've been done in vitro, not in vivo, whatever. And they show that aspartame and stuff like that, artificial sweeteners, are apparently toxic to a lot of a lot of good gut bacteria. So I don't know if that's good. It's also probably not great for other areas of health. I think it has something to do with insulin, even though it's not technically sugar. I think it affects insulin if you're having too much artificial sweetener. But I'm not a nutritionist. I'll probably get some fruits and veggies too. Bread, because I have a sandwich every morning, and bread is sort of necessary to that. I seem to be fishing very slowly. I don't know why I clicked that. I think it's $1,000 to buy the 1,000 coins to buy the first property. From that guy in Barack. I don't know if I want. I'll have to get 1,007 coins if I want to do that. Therefore, but I kind of have a loose plan of what I want to do to close out the recording today, and that is agility, and then I want to kill some chickens to get some more arrows done. But if I can make a stop in Barack, I am a poet, then I'll probably see about buying that property just because their own house. Aw. Gaia is listening to her headphones as she goes about her day. She's I won't say she's never played RuneScape before, because I made her start a group Ironman with myself, but she's probably somewhat clueless about a lot of what I am talking about. Doric, Rock, Valador, Fletching, sort of, I imagine it's a bit of a mystery to her. But it is lovely to have her support. Too bad I can't pick any of this up. Staff of Earth, Steel Plate Skirt. That black robe looks sexy. I need a black robe in real life. I need just like something to wear and look magical in. Even though I, of course, always look magical. I'm just like that. Ice Mountain, she probably wonders what Ice Mountain is. I've said it 50 times. Oh, I bought an item, well, I bought a number of items off of Etsy from various different shops last month. And one of them, I think I got, everything on Etsy, it is always on sale. The sale price is actually the real price, obviously, but I don't understand how that's, consumer protection laws, how that's allowed, but whatever. But I think I got actually a good deal on a blouse that I bought for myself. And it was supposed to be delivered between April 29th and May 9th. For anyone watching well into the future, it is the 7th of May today. But it hasn't even been dispatched. And it's shipping from China. Not to speak ill of the Chinese, but they, as far as, purchasing from them, obviously sometimes things go wrong. But yeah, I reached out to the shop yesterday. They got back to me, said they are looking into it. It looks like a really nice item, so I'm hopeful it's just delayed and that they are actually going to send it. But if I need to get a refund, I will do that. I'll be disappointed if I don't get it. This should be enough shrimp with which to prevail over the mountain. Yeah, I'll chance it. Honestly, I think I've gotten more done this stream than I did the first one, because like half of that stream was spent doing the Misthalin mystery quest, and half of that time was spent in the quote-unquote boss fight with the mirror. That took like a ridiculously long time, and I hope, I pray that I don't run into any kind of catastrophe like that next time I stream. I hope it doesn't happen this time. Oh, I just got jumped. It's just, I imagine it might have been a little bit funny to watch, but it was so frustrating. I do not think I am going to get 20 agility. That is a wish that is not going to be granted. But I'll get some experience in agility. I'll probably write it out actually, maybe at the agility course there, and get some feathers next time I start. Because I do not want to make this stream over 4 hours, which it would be well over 4 hours if I were to get 20 agility. Trying to turn run on. It's this way, isn't it? No, it's this way. I should keep that mostly full health because of all the lag. Yeah, I'll make it through, no problem. Oh dear. That was almost a disaster. Holy crap. My heart. It wouldn't have been so bad if I wasn't lagging, but that was close. I think I got to 1 hit point. Oh man. stronghold. Yes, yes, I remember the path. Oh, those poor gnomes at that battlefield. Their tragic plight, oh my gosh. I have never seen this purple fish before. I do not know it. We are not acquainted. Yes, this way. Do I have to do something to get entry to the stronghold? They like bar you until you've done a quest? I don't remember. Yes, it does appear they have barred me from entry. It's a restricted area, you can enter or your team office. Hello there. What do you want? Leave us be. Wait, this isn't the stronghold. What am I thinking? Yeah, no. Gee, I am stupid. Those aren't gnomes. Those are full-grown men. Goodness, Stephanie. What kind of trees are these? Apple trees. Ooh. Hello there. Hi, Femi. Help me with these boxes. Okay then. This traveler. Thanks again, friend. Wow, these guys are actually really nice. I love calling people friend. Just, hey friend. I was out on my bike this morning and said good morning to a couple people. I do that just walking, well not walking, but cycling by and just, hey, good morning. It was raining. It was absolutely miserable. One guy said, howdy. Beautiful day, isn't it? Or something like that. I love that little small talk humor, sarcasm. You know, it wasn't really funny, but it was. Little things. I am a people person. I know the definition of an extrovert is that you gain energy from conversing and socializing. And in that vein, I guess I'm more of an ambivert, because sometimes I am, energized by talking to other people, but other times I actually need to recharge. So, yeah, where is the... oh, there's the agility course. I'm too far up. But I am very social, all the same. Like, I like time to myself, sure, but I do enjoy people. And, I guess, maybe for people, I guess if you're Finnish, or from a difficult place, America, or whatever, it's probably unusual for you to go out and say morning to a random stranger, but it happens sometimes here in where I live in Canada. I used to live in Vancouver, like I mentioned, when I was talking about Northern Lion. And people there, it has this reputation of, well, everyone's stuck up and rude. And I think it mostly depends on your neighborhood more than anything. And I think as far as, making small talk with strangers, people are just, they stick to themselves because they're afraid and they don't want, I don't know, something to go wrong. They don't want to be treated poorly or accosted by someone or whatever. But yeah, you do run into some nice people in Vancouver. It's not all piss and vinegar kind of treatment from people. But I live in a smaller place. It's not totally like middle of nowhere village of 1,300 people. I did used to live in a village of 1,300 people, but I do live in a city. It's just not Metro Vancouver anymore. And people can be really friendly here too. But there's also still that element of, well, people stick to themselves sometimes. I guess it depends on the person. Anyway, I am glad to be at the agility course finally. I've been talking about this for an hour and a half. Retro Nomad, my partner's best friend, she has made a sandwich this morning with, I think she said, some type of chicken. I don't really remember how she prepared it, maybe roasted chicken, tomatoes, Swiss cheese, and a type of lettuce. And it looks scrumptious. That's what all the pinging is about, the sandwich, and how much we love cheese. I'm actually leveling up agility much faster than I thought I would. If I do stay on stream closer to the 4 hours rather than the 3 hours, 20 might actually be within reach at this rate. Oh, this guy just dissed me. Holy, that was savage. His granny can run faster than me. I'm never recovering. Well, this guy's just encouraging me. That's nice. Move it, move it, move it. Sit straight up. Everyone's... Oh, he called me scaredy. Okay, they're not all nice, except for that one guy. Yeah, I've heard that before. it doesn't hit me as hard the second time. I all of a sudden have a couple of more viewers. Welcome to the stream. Kind of not totally set up yet, my channel, and obviously there is a lot of lag going on, but I hope you can enjoy. I am on the latter half of my stream today. I'm not going to end it very soon, but I'm just not going to be on stream for 8 hours like some people would be. Just so you know, right now the task is 20 agility. I am leveling up much faster than I thought I would. Oh, and I just hit a total level of 150. But yeah, just skilling right now. Oh, I didn't know you could get Marks of Grace from the gnome course. Do I want to start stacking them? I don't. I'll take it just because, just in case. I could just turn this into a 99 agility run and do nothing but agility until I have enough marks for full graceful. But then where would I put the full graceful when I need to change into something else? I need to get construction done. I think there's a wardrobe or a stand or something you can put the your outfits on, so you don't have to worry about losing everything. But I'm not sure how many construction levels I need for that, and like I said earlier, construction is expensive. So I will probably just be dropping the token. $72 laps per hour. 1 lap until leveling up. It's nice that you can't fail any obstacles on this course. I wonder how you'd fail the tubes. Just getting stuck in there, too fat to progress. I'll take it just in case. I might make it a long-term goal to do the Monkey Madness quests. Sort of mid-game, but very fun content. Not like late game or anything ridiculous. Definitely practical, possible to do. I'll just need a bigger, better, stronger, faster computer if I'm going to do that. I did the first Monkey Madness quest when I was 12, 13 and just getting into RuneScape, and I had a lot of fun with that, even though I need a quest guide to get through. I just really wanted the Dragon Scimitar. To be fair, the Dragon Scimitar does look really super badass. That hitbox. I didn't notice that before. I figured they were all basically squares, but there is intricacies to them. I don't know what's for dinner yet. Probably chicken. I think that's what we're having. Or I might just cook something I pick up today for myself. Agility. No. Don't run past it. Don't skimp out. Please. I assure you, I am not so bereft of dexterity that I cannot click such a large area as the green shown here. It is actually the leg issue that has me running in all manner of directions. Certainly I'm not as dexterous as I was as a kid and teenager. I think it's proven science that your fine motor skills get worse with age into adulthood, even early adulthood. After like 21, 22. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not up to date on the literature. But to the youths today, that basically means washed or cooked. I'm washed or cooked. Which, you know, old school RuneScape is a good game for that, for us boomers. Not too much dexterity required. But I suck at, like, AAA games now. Those big industry, you know, $100 million development. I've never actually played Call of Duty, but I'd suck at that, for example. Especially, you know, PvP, which is a PvP game. Yeah, I can get 20 agility, no problem. There is time. I didn't think I would. And then next time, maybe a knight's sword. Someone posted spam in my Twitch chat. I do not know how to moderate this. I'm trying to oh, there we go. I figured it out. Goodbye, spam. I'm just going to have to make sure not to accidentally delete any messages from genuine people. Because I'm right-handed, but I moderate using my left hand because I have the laptop Chromebook set up next to me, and I play the RuneScape on my desktop. So I'll have to be careful not to accidentally trash anyone trying to genuinely connect to me. 15 agility, 5 more levels, then I'll probably teleport to Lumbridge, kill a few chickens, and call it a stream. Set myself up for next issue when I try to get, I guess, about 500 more arrows done. That will, in turn, in sequence, set me up for more combat levels, or range levels in particular, which I would like to do range as much as I can. That's it, straight up. Whoa. I don't know how my character has this much stamina. Like, oh my gosh. I'd be dying. This course is also, like, perfectly set up with respect to run energy regeneration. You don't actually lose any run energy on average, it seems, because of all the time spent on obstacles. Or maybe it is going down. Very slowly, though. If anyone wants to comment, I guess, on the YouTube video publication of this episode, what content would you like to see, both from this Ultimate account, and more broadly, would you be, like, interested in Stardew Valley playthrough, or Binding of Isaac, or any other game that you think might run on a 10-year-old computer? Yeah, just comment. What would you like to see me play? What would you like to see me do in old school? Any long-term goals you'd like to see me set up for the account? I would love to hear. Or if your answer is just keep it up, Stephanie. Keep doing what you're doing. You're golden, girl. That's fine. Because mostly, so far, I've just been running around doing whatever. I I guess I said monkey madness quests for long-term goal, which is noble, but I'm just like, yeah, I'll do a couple quests here and there. I'll train some skills. I'll run around and help Doric. There's no real end goal so far in mind, but part of that is owed to the fact that, hey, I want to do a lot of different stuff. I don't want to limit myself. Really, I want to do, quests and skills and everything. But any ideas on what to work towards? First order, short term, medium term, long term, anything. I would appreciate feedback. I've heard it before, Mr. No Man. Like I said, every time you issue that denigration to me, it just has infinitely less effect. I am just going to respond to my partner. Agility. I don't know why it just came into my head. I guess it's one of my mother's favorite songs, Cat Stevens' Wild World. Give it a listen, it's alright. I actually wrote a poem based on, I think it was a different one of Cat Stevens' songs, I can't remember, but I wrote a poem on it a long time ago. I don't know much about Cat Stevens, but when I learned that my mother likes him, I investigated. And it is a wild world, especially these days. Not to be political, just to say something vaguely, I don't know, irritable about the nature of things. One more level, then I will go back to Lumbridge and end the day. I would really like full graceful, so I don't know. Maybe I should just suffer through and lose all of my small amount of followers and do agility until I get that full graceful. But at the same time, again, I would need construction, and because I can't just wear nothing but full graceful all the time. Like, questing, you need to change items, PDMing, you need, actual armor. So we'll see. Four more laps, or 3 more laps after this, and then Lumbridge. We doubled our total level this episode. We started, I believe, at 81 total levels, and now up to 162. So that is not bad. I think we were pretty efficient in how we utilized our time today with respect to the questing, just 1.5 quests. But with respect to the questing and the mining and smithing that came of that, the fishing, the cooking, a little bit of fletching and wood cutting. Yeah, it was good. I will continue to work on developing my ability to commentate. I will try to be more interesting. I'll try to go out and do a bunch of silly antics that I can come back and report weekly. I don't know how the really, really good creators do it, but I respect the game. I respect everyone that's not like some huge, menacing jerk, and creates content. I respect them. I also, on the other side of all that, when someone, there's this huge scandal and someone loses all of their viewership, Yeah, I unlocked Alfred, that's what I thought. Alfred is level 20. And so there's this huge scandal with some or another creator. They lose a bunch of subscribers, their entire, job basically is nothing but animosity, and everything is destroyed. They actually suffer a lot of abuse from their own communities, and I feel sorry for them when it happens, even if they kind of deserve it. I think the internet, and this is me being controversial, I think it has bad aspects. I think there are some things about internet culture that just aren't good. As much as that is a controversial take, I have issue sometimes with how the internet induces people to behave. And you can blame me for that. You can say, "Oh, Stephanie, you're being ridiculous," but that is something I really firmly believe. Just saying. But yeah, it's sad because when there is, and you can say, well, content creators, they choose to put themselves out there and expose themselves to audiences, and they're playing this popularity game, and they have to realize that they're accountable to that audience with respect to what they say. And yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if anyone really deserves all the bullying that goes on. I don't know. I guess, case by case basis, maybe sometimes someone deserves a little pushback, but it can get stupid, Did that guy literally just come in here, kick a chicken to death, and run out the gate? Oh my god. What was his end game with that? But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Going to get my recording saved. Gonna start the uploading process to YouTube, and I'll thank everyone for watching. Again, any suggestions on what you would like to see from this account? Would you be interested in other content, other games from this channel? And what should I look into in terms of either royalty-free music or small artists to buy streaming rights from? So thank you for watching again. Everyone, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.